Hey, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining this week's Tips and Tricks webinar. Today's topic is using the new Harmony push operations. Please use the Q&A chat if you have any questions during the webinar. We'll make sure we get to those. Our presenter today is a security engineer from North Carolina, Desmond Bynum. Desmond, floor is yours.
Hey, thank you, Robert. Hey, good morning, everyone. Like Robert said, I'd like to welcome everyone to the October 2022 Checkpoint Tips and Tricks. I'm your host here today, Desmond Bynum. I'm out of Charlotte, North Carolina, supporting the Carolinas for security engineering for Checkpoint. Today's tips and tricks is brought to you by Checkpoint Harmony Endpoint, focusing specifically on the newer features of push operations. Be sure, as he said, to submit questions in the Q&A chat, and there'll be time allotted for that at the end. So with that said, let's get started. Okay, today's agenda. There are three main sections to Harmony Endpoint push operations, and I'll briefly mention all sections, but the focus today will be around the new features that are listed in the last section. And then we'll have a demo on the feature, one of the fetch and search features. And we'll mention some SQs and document leaks to the latest information on push operations. And then lastly, questions we'll answer, and the questions posted to the chat will be answered, and we'll summarize. Okay, Harmony Endpoint push operations. Okay, so Checkpoint defines the push operations as operations that the endpoint security manager server pushes directly to client computers, excuse me, with no policy install required. So essentially, these features can be leveraged as tools for troubleshooting, investigating, and or remediating potential security threats to clients' endpoints in the environment. And you can see here that they're broken down into three key sections. You have the anti-malware, the forensics remediation, and the agent settings. Anti-malware, of course, is self-explanatory. This section focuses on the scans, malware, malware database updates, and file recovery from quarantine. And then you have forensics and remediations. This section uses methods to target or isolate clients in the environment for potential forensics data collection, quarantine files, or isolating and restoring clients that may have been deemed suspicious or with malicious intent. And lastly, the agent section. This section actually has the most features for push operations. I won't mention them all. Specifically to scanning, controlling, disabling, and collecting info from the client endpoints. This section also has the newer features that I want to discuss today. And within this section, if you scroll down, it's a long list in this section, but within agent settings, the newer features that I was going to talk about today were the registry actions, collect processes, and the search and fetch files will be the topics of the day, and that's the one I'll do the quick demo on. So within the registry actions, sometimes registry changes need to be made, and this feature makes it convenient to do so. Newly added, you can delete or add registry keys with this feature, making it just a great addition or a greater tool for any network admin. And then there's the collect process feature, which is used as a means of troubleshooting. If there's any need or knowing to collect processes running on a client workstation in the environment. And then the last new feature, which is also the feature I'll do a demo on, which is search and fetch files features, and use it to locate files or locate or upload files where they need to be in your environment. There we go. Okay, so the demo. I'm gonna switch gears a little bit and bring up some screens. Oh, sorry about that. Let's minimize here. Okay, so what we have here on the left side is a workstation. I'm remoted in via Harmony Connect. And I also, on the right side, we have the Infinity Portal with Harmony Endpoint open to the push operations category. And so what I'm going to do is demonstrate how simple it is to fetch files from this client over here and have them uploaded to whatever destination you have set up. Now, in this case, I don't have a corporate server, so I won't be able to upload the file to a server, but I'm just implementing and showing how easy the process is if you needed to do so. So you just go up here, click the push add operations, and it's already here. Usually it's on anti-malware, but since I've already been looking in here, it's right here under agent settings, and you just scroll down and select search and fetch files here. Go to next. And then this is here, right here, where you will actually add the device or devices that you want to add for the push before the search and fetch files. So you plus here. And my instance is a virtual group. So you just scroll down into the cascade menus to find the client or clients that you are looking for. In my case, it'll be this one here. So I update my selection, and then it'll bring you this page to select again, just to make sure you chose the device or devices that you need. And here you have a couple of different options to where you want, how you want to locate the file, whether it be the specific folders or the file path. And then as you scroll down, it'll show to where you actually want the file to be. And there's the option for corporate services, where I was telling you I don't have any corporate services here now, so I won't be able to use that option. But it's as simply as I'm going to use the file exact path, and then you just add it here. And I'm going to copy paste the path because I have it here. And then hit OK. Oh, something was right. Take a space in there. Yep. And so that's the path on the desktop, or you can see over here to where I'm going to fetch the file. You select it here and hit finish. And then this is two-factor authentication. So you will have to use that. 1 second. I'll just grab that token. You will have to make sure that's enabled to utilize this function. Let's see. 2 step 1. Hit OK. And then the operation will start. And you'll see it's starting the process here with all the information you need logged here. So if you ever need to go back to see when a file was pushed, or all the logs will be kept here. And it just wait for it to come through. I hit refresh, and you should see it pop up on this screen over here. Now I am working from home, and my connection is a little slow. So this may take a second for it to pop up here. There it is right there. This is a screen you'll see on the client, and you push now to start. See, refresh here. Send it to clients. and the process is complete. And it's really that simple to start that process. Like I said, I don't have a client server, so you won't actually see it uploaded on this example, but the process is really that simple. All right, so here are some SKs and documentations, the documentation on push operations, where you can find out the steps necessary, step-by-step to actually implement these features. And it's that simple, and I'm opening up right now for questions and answers.
When you showed that pop-up on the client side to authorize the push, is that necessary? Like, can you push something to the client without their authorization?
Yeah, that you have the option to do so. The network admin will have that option to do so. You can either have it display that something's going to be pushed up, or you can force it as
Yeah, you just be stealth. Okay.
Yeah.
How do we adjust the time from push to action? Sometimes it feels like you just sit there and wait and hope it will happen anytime soon.
Well, the process is at the bottom portion of the screen, and the portal will actually show a timestamp of when it's complete, and not how much time is remaining, but if it failed, if it's still waiting, and other information like the user you selected, the computer, the operation it is. So there's a timestamp that shows that completion point. Sometimes you just have to go up to the top and refresh it to see the new information on the portal screen.
Okay, he followed up with, I just followed this, your steps there. I'm still waiting for the pop-up on the client. It's just sitting on waiting for endpoint. So, yeah.
Yep.
Can the push operations be made to client with a policy?
Yeah, okay, so let me see. So within the portal, on the side, on the side of the portal, there's a policy options where you can there is a section of policy options for push operations.
Okay. Which MFA options are available?
I'm using the Microsoft Authenticator, but I have to confirm which ones are actually available for MFA.
Okay, Tom, we'll get back to you on that, or it'll be included in the follow-up email. Martin just said I'm using Google Authenticator to sign in. So yeah, we'll find the
okay. So Google,
yep.
Yeah, I use the Microsoft Authenticator.
Yep. What occurs when you try to push to an offline endpoint?
I haven't done that yet. That's something I can try and tell you what happens. We can get back and let you know what happens when you try for that. I haven't done that. I've only tested on clients that are up and running. But I can check on it if it's an offline. Yep.
Yeah, and who asked that asked anonymously, but if you want to shoot me over your name, we'll find an answer and get that back to you. Let's see if we get any more else come in here. Nope, I think that covered it.
Okay, I thought I tried to save a little time for questions. I thought I'd get it, but that was enough. I still have some things to follow up on.
We got one more here. Since it's an option to choose your own server, then I would expect it would be possible to fetch files even if you don't. Where do I find the files fetched? I don't follow that one. Did you follow that, Desmond?
Repeat that again. I didn't hear you that clearly.
Yeah, it's in the Q&A if you want to pop it open
okay.
and read it. It's since it's an option to choose your own server, then I would expect it to be possible to fetch files even if you don't choose your own server. Where do I find the files fetched?
So that information can also be displayed at the bottom of the screen. So there's a half a portion, there's the logs at the top, and then the information at the bottom of the portal to show you where files are.
Okay. Yeah, Martin, we'll take that offline too with you.
Okay,
Get in touch with your SE and
okay, I'll make
we'll make sure we get all these answered for you. Okay, anybody else have anything? Looks like we're clear. All right. Well, thank you, Desmond. Good information on the new features there.
Okay.
We'll send the
So-
follow-up email with any reference content and the recording link. Our next webinar will be in 2 weeks. You'll see the invitation for that soon. With that, we'll let you go. Desmond, thank you again. Good information.
Thank you, guys.
We'll see you all here next time. Have a good day, everyone.